I was just thinking to myself, why we talk a lot about why black women are single and all this, and I've talked about it before. I mean, I had a billion conversations about it, but you seldom hear conversations about why black men are single. That's an interesting one. I had a couple thoughts on it. Well, for one, I mean, why are black men single? Well, for one, like I said, you gotta grow some nuts, man. You gotta grow some balls, man. At the end of the day, you go holler at a chick. The worst she could say is no. Okay. Another thing, you gotta know your playground. Okay. There's certain dudes, from looks and style and fucking and money wise, they can get top level chicks. That's just the way the shit is. I mean, it ain't a fair thing, but that's the way it goes. I mean, if you remember in the 80s, the light-skinned niggas was getting all the chicks and everybody else fell by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way the game is set. But that don't mean that you still can't have success in the game. You got to know your playground. You know what I'm saying? You could be top level, you could be mid-grade, or a bottom feeder. Okay? Now, the bottom feeder, well, fuck that. We start with the top level. I just described the top level dudes, okay? That's who they are. The top level guys could be your dope dealers. They could be your Fortune 500 motherfuckers. But those are the top level guys. They get the top level chicks. The mid-grade is the average guy. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty decent. He ain't no superstar, nothing like that, but he kind of fly. Keep himself together sometimes. When he get cleaned up, he sharp. That's your mid-grade. And then you got your bottom feeders. Now, your bottom feeders, it's hard to admit that. Okay. Men are logical creatures, but we got emotions too. So those of us that's in the bottom feeder category, it's hard to admit it, but we know where we stand. We look in the mirror. We know what the fuck we see. We may not be all that hot. We may be a little on the ugly side, a little rough. We may not have a very bright personality or make the most money or nothing like that. So we may not just be very attractive. You know what I'm saying? To females in general. So you're a bottom feeder. But even then, it's not you're not out all the way around. I mean, you still a man. You still got needs. You still want companionship. You want you a female. Okay, so then you got to know, goddammit, what your league is. Unless you're willing to trick. Now, if you trick and you a bottom feeder, you could get you a top level chick or a mid-grade chick, but you got to pay for it. You ain't going to get them off of GP, okay? Now, if you're a bottom feeder dude, you know what I'm saying, on some shit. Because look, the reality is, look, you're going to pay for chicks one way or the other. As sure as, whatever you do, it costs money. Whether you go on a date, you go to the telly, you want to go out of town, you taking them to dinner, all this shit costs money, okay? So that the chicks is going to expect you to come out the pocket, the average chick. Any one of those chicks in those 3 grades. That's the bottom feeder chicks, that's the fucking mid-grade chicks, and the top shelf chicks. They all gonna require the same thing for the most part. There are some exceptions, but typically that's what they're gonna expect a man to do. Okay, so you go do that. But depending on how much money you want to spend, you could be a bottom feeder dude pulling top shelf chicks, but know and understand that's a business transaction. Okay, she not fucking with you because she like your style. She fucking with you because you paying her, okay? So if you want, and the same with mid-grade, because, you could boost a chick ego if you spend enough on her, and then she'll feel like she top shelf, and she will be top shelf to you, a bottom feeder, okay? But a mid-grade man and a mid-grade chick, he gonna look at it like, well, shit, I can pull them too, She can pull them too, you know what I mean? So they kind of on the same level. But if you stay in your playground, you should be able to, keep things to a decent amount, just do basics, you know what I'm saying? Show a chick a nice time and all this. But the first things first, you got to grow some nuts and go talk to these chicks, but know your playing field. And it's like all of us, I think most guys have a little voice in our head that say, we know that we shouldn't be talking to this chick. She's just out of our league. or we know, yeah, this is me right here. This is my league right here. And so that's what you need to pursue if you want a relationship, okay? Because if you start what you think is a relationship off, tricking off large amounts of money, then you're setting yourself up. But if you go and you do like all the basic relationship shit, the dates and the phone calls, and it's reciprocated on her end, then now you got yourself a relationship. And you can build and grow upon that and let that shit flourish and all that good stuff, and y'all will be two happy motherfuckers together. But like I say, man, just like they say, stay in your lane, know your playground, goddammit, and play your part, and you'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Grow some balls, man. Shoot your shot. Fuck it. Try all 3 playing fields, man, and see what you can get, man, and peep the game and see if motherfuckers is real. See if they reciprocate, and I'll let you know exactly where you stand. You know what I'm saying? But shit, that's about it, man. I ain't got much else to say on that, man. It's just I want to shut up with y'all. Peace.